Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to deep dive into use state hooks in React.js. So you might know the definition of use state. So use state is a hook that let you add a React state to a functional component. Okay, so you can basically declare a state in a function based component with the help of use state hook. Earlier we don't have the luxury to declare a state in a functional based component. So React introduce a hooks. Okay, so this is the first hook which we are going to see in this video, and we will be not only cover the basic example of use state, we will also cover a complex example like use state with array, use state with object, use state with multiple state value, use state with local storage. And after learning all this different variation of use state, then we will build a counter app with the help of use state only. So by the end of this video you will completely understand how you can use the use state in your any React application. Okay, so this video will be quite long, so if you stay with this video at the end, then you will completely understand how you can use the use state in your application. Okay, so without wasting time, let's jump into the VS Code. So guys, as you can see that I have created a React project using the command. I will show you the command. So you can either create the application in CMD or in the Visual Studio Code terminal, and you have to use the command npx create React app. So this will install your project with dependency, and it will take around 5 to 10 minutes time to install all the dependency. Once the package is installed and the project is created, then you have to do a cd, and whatever the project name you have given, you have to just do a cd app name and then do npm start. Okay, so you will see this. Okay, so you will see this is the starter. Okay, application, some boilerplate codes are there here, so we will remove this one. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, so I'll just remove this one and I'll give use state hooks. Okay, and you can see that after changing it change. Okay, and you can also go to the official doc to get more detail on use state hook, but I have covered more example in this video, because in this you can see only a basic example in the official doc, but I will cover more than this doc. Okay, so at the end of the video you will understand completely how to use state in your application. Okay, so before moving forward to learn the use state, you need to attach this CSS. Okay, this hidden bootstrap 5 to have some nicer view. Okay, because I don't want it to use this CSS here, because it will eat some times hour. Okay, so that's why I'm going with the bootstrap class. Okay, so you have to add this bootstrap in your index.html file. Okay, now I will create one file here. No, not a file, folder. So I will give use state example. Okay, so the folder name will be use state example, and inside that I will have use state basic. So first we will learn the basic of use state. Okay, and I will create React snippet, and then you can download this extension. So you can go and install this VS Code extension by clicking on this extension icon, and then you can search with this. Then you can install this snippet. Okay, so you can generate the React snippet. Okay, so I have generated this React snippet. Okay, now we will import. I will give the heading is already there here, so no worry. So what I will do, I will import the use state from here. So I won't use now. Okay, so I am declaring one name. Okay, so let's see, the name is John. Okay, and h2 name, and we will have one button here. So the button, I will give the bootstrap class name like btn info. Okay, so I will give the change name. Okay, so once I will click, the name will get changed. Okay, so we need to add an event handler. So on click, and I will give the event handler name like change name. Okay, so I need to declare this one, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, and I will just first console log to show you this event is getting executed. So hello world. Okay, so I will just format it. Okay, and I will import this component here. So let's okay, leave as it is. Okay, and I will import the use state basic. Now okay, we don't need this. Okay, I will close this one. So now you can see that we got our event. Okay, button. Now I will click, I will give some margin. Okay, 1 second. I will give some inline styling, margin top 100 pixel. Okay, so I wanted to change this name. I will give some break here as well. So I will avoid as much CSS styling in this video. Okay, so if I click the change name, you can see that the console log is executing. Okay, so first I wanted to update the name a traditional way. Okay, so let's do this way. Okay, so name is equal to now Michael. Okay, so and I will console log name. Let's see the behavior. Okay, I will close this one. So let's see the behavior. I will reload. Sorry, I will reload. So you can see that the name is not getting changed here. Okay, but in the console log you can see the name is getting changed. Okay, so what is happening now here? Why it's not getting why it's not basically displaying this name here, but it's displaying in the console log? It is because we are not triggering re-rendering the state. Okay, so the React in order to see the update value in a React, we need to trigger a re-rendering in a React.js. So re-rendering only trigger when we set the state. Okay, so that's why here we have to use the use state to trigger the re-rendering. Okay, so this way it won't uh, update the value. Okay, so we will see that how we can update the value with the help of use state. Okay, so let's initialize the state here. Okay, so we'll having a name, set name, and use state, and you can define the initial state. Whatever you have defined here, you can define here. Okay, remove the additional double quotes and you can get rid of this. Okay, and so this is the value and this is the header. Okay, which is going to update the value. So we can remove this one or we can leave as it is, and here what I can do, set name Michael. Okay, so now let's see and remove this one. Okay, so let's see the behavior now. So we have John. Okay, and after clicking you can see now the name is got changed. So the set name is basically triggering the re-rendering the UI component. So that's why we are getting the updated value. So this is the very basic example of use state. Okay, so I hope you understand this basic use case of use state. So before moving forward to other use state example, so there are some rules that we need to understand in use state. So the first rule is like you cannot make it the function component name in a small. So if you do like this, okay, and if you do like this, then you will see the error. Okay, so you can see that React hook use state is called a function state way that is neither React function component nor a custom React hook function. So you will get this error. So it must be in the capital. Okay, this one. Now I will revert the changes. Now the error is gone. One more is like you cannot declare the use state outside the function. Okay, so you cannot do something like this. Okay, you cannot declare outside this function. Okay, so again you will get error. Okay, so I hope you keep this mind, this general rules of use state. So let's move to the another example like use state with array. Okay, so I will create one file here in VS Code. Okay, so now this time we will be working with the array. So use state array dot js. I will use a React snippet here, and I will create some dummy data. So first let's import use state, because we will be working with the use state only. So I will be defining some dummy data in a form of array. So this is an array of object. Okay, so let's create id 1, name, let's see John, and another will be like name will be Michael, Okay, and I will add one more. Okay, so id 3 and name will be Danny. So this is the my array. Okay, and I will initialize one state. So const people, set people, use state, and I will provide this data. Okay, now I will basically use this data to map over. Okay, so I will use fragment here instead of div. So people dot map, and I will give item. So let's first see whether we are able to display some content or not. So I will just display the name here. Okay, so item dot name. Okay, and we have to update the app.js. So I will just comment this one and I will import use state array. So VS Code is automatically import this file. If it's not importing in your case, then you have to do them manually like this. Okay, so let's see the UI. So we are getting all the names. Okay, so now come to this use state array, and so what I will do, I will first destructure from item id and name. So we can destructure like this, and I will remove this one, and I will use a bootstrap class here. So class will be like list group. Okay, and I will add one more class here, list group flush, and then we will be having a one list, and the class name will be like list group item align item center, and first I will display the name. Okay, so let's see the name. So now we are getting the names. Okay, now I will add one button here. So the button class name will be btn danger. Okay, so this will be the class name, and text will be like remove. Okay, so let's see. So we are getting this. Okay, and then we will uh, we will do here, we will be basically giving some, we'll be giving one HR here, so we can separate out the list. Okay, and we need to also do some alignment here. So for that we need to do, so here we can give one inline style. So I can give like margin left 100 pixel. Okay, So let's see. So we got some space between the name and the buttons. Okay, we will have one more button to basically clear out all the item at once. Okay, so this class name will be like btn warning. So this is the bootstrap class name, and I will give clear all. Okay, so this will do basically to remove the all the item at once. Let's see the button. Okay, so we are getting the button. As of now this won't work, we haven't apply any handler to all this event. So let's give one on change. So I will give like remove person. Okay, and I will pass the ID. Now here I will define that method remove person, and this person is receiving the ID. Okay, so I will write one variable, let new person is equal to the people what we have in state. So sorry, we need to define this in outside, sorry, inside, then people dot filter. So we will having the item, and see the basic logic, we need to filter out whose ID is not matched. So it will give me all the ID whose ID is not matched, and I will set the people new person. Okay, so let's see whether it's working or not. I will refresh again, and it's not working. Let me see what's going on, what is the issue. So this list is not getting updated. So I am passing the ID. Sorry, this will be on click, not on change. Okay, let's see. Now remove. So we are able to remove the item. Okay, and if you refresh, then it will change. Okay, it will get back your all data. Now we'll have to implement the logic to clear all the item at once. So what we can do, on click, I will do set people to empty array. Okay, so let's see. I'll refresh, clear all. Okay, so you can see that we are also able to clear all the item at once. So I hope you understand a use state with the array. Okay, so this is the example of with array. Now the next thing we are going to see use state with a object. Okay, so let's create one more file, use state object dot js, and again I will use the snippet to generate a common snippet code. Okay, so I will import the use state here, since we will be working here object. So I will be again setting one state. Person set person. Okay, and use state, and I will use the object here. Okay, so I will define some object. Okay, property values So name will be, let's say, John. Age is 18, let's say 20, and there is message like I'm I'm a developer. Okay, something like that. Okay, so we have this initial state. So let's render this one. So we can do something like this way. We can access the value person dot name, and okay, so person dot name, person dot age, and person dot age. Okay, so this is the age and this is the message. I will change the heading tag. This will be h4. Okay, so let's see. Before going to the browser, so we have to import that file. Use state object. So VS Code again automatically import. Let's see the browser. So you can see that we are getting John 20. I am developer. Okay. Now let's see how you can update the state with the object. Okay. So let's give some margin here. So I will use one div. And give style margin top 20 pixel. Okay, so now what I want here, actually I want to change the message. Okay, so let's give the button name change message and the class name of button btn info. Let's see, button is there. Okay, we got the button. Now we just want to change this message. Okay, so what we will do, we will write one handler. So on click and I'll give the name like change message. Okay, we need to define this one. And you can use the set state here like this way, set person, and you need to basically spread out the person object. Then what you have to change, so we just have to change the message only. So you can give message like I'm React developer. Okay, like this something. So this way we update the state if we are using the object. Okay, so let's see. Now I am a developer, currently it's showing. Now click on change message. So you can see that now the message got changed. I am React developer. So I hope you have understood the use state with object. Okay, so this was the demo of use state with the object, and I hope you have understand how you can use the object using the use state. And now let's move on to the multiple state value, how you can declare more than one state. Okay, so I will create one more file here, use state multiple. Okay, that means we are now using the more than one use state. So what I will do, I will just copy this one because I will be showing with the same example. Just change the name here, use state multiple, use state multiple. Okay, so this time I won't be dealing with the object. Okay, so what I will do, I can have a name, set name, and use state, and the name will be John. Likewise I will have age and the message. Okay, so age, set age will be 20, and this is the message, set message, and the message is I am developer. Okay, and this won't work here, so I will remove this one. You can directly use the set message, and you can give I am React developer. Okay, and you have to remove this person dot name because we are not using the object anymore. So let's see. Okay, it won't change. We need to use the comment directly, and we have to pull the use state multiple file here. Okay, now let's see. I'll refresh, and again if I change the message will change from I am developer to I am React developer. And if you want to change the age as well, so you can write this state for that also. So let's add the for that one also, like change age. So set age, and I want to change from 20 to 25, and I will have one more button. Sorry, I will have one more button here. In the class name, again I will give the same class name, btn info, change age. Okay, and the on click method we have to provide change age. So let's see. Button styling is not coming up. Extra hyphen. Okay, we can give some space also. So you can apply the styling like margin left 5 pixel. Okay, so let's see, we got the little bit space between these two buttons, so you can change the message and you can change the age as well. So I hope you have understand the multiple use state, how you can use the multiple use state in a function based component. Okay, so let's move on to the how you can use the use state with the local storage. Okay, so let's create another file or local storage. So use state local storage, again I will generate the snippet with RAF. p, and I will use the use state here, and I will define some states here. Items, set items, use state, and we will having one name, set name, and this will be empty. Okay, so let's remove, no, let it be there, no problem. So I will use class, not class here. I will use inline styling. I will give some margin top, and I will use form here. Okay, and inside form I will have one input. Okay, type will be text. Okay, so let's give the type text, and placeholder like add item, value will be name, add, and font change will be there. So set name e dot target dot value. Okay, and we'll be having some styling. Okay, style width will be 30%. Okay, so let's see how it's look like. So I will comment this one, and I will import the use state local storage. So VS Code is import automatically. Let's see. So we got our input element. Okay, we will be adding one class name here to look little bit nice. Okay, form control. Okay, so you can see it's little bit look nice. Okay, but as you can see that it's got left. Okay, so I just want in the middle. Okay, so I will use div here. I will close the div here, and I will provide some inline styling, display, flex, justify content center. Okay, and I can give some class name. So this is the bootstrap class name. Let's see. Now we got in the middle. We'll add one button to to add the item. Okay, so let's come before closing div. We'll have button, and type will be submit, and class name will be btn success. Okay, and we'll having the add. Now let's see the add button. So we got a nice input element with the button. Okay, now we'll have to attach a handle submit on form submit. Okay, handle submit. So we need to write the handle submit here. Okay, so handle submit, and I want to show you something here. console.log e. Okay, so if you type something here and if you just add, so you saw that the browser is getting reload. Okay, that we don't want. Okay, so we can prevent the default behavior of browser. Okay, so we can do this way, and after doing this we can see that it won't repeat the same thing. Okay, so add the item like John, you can see the browser is not getting refreshed. Okay, now we will add the item. So const new items, I will generate a random ID, and these are all the built-in JavaScript methods, so you don't have to worry about that one. To string and the title will be name, and I will add the, basically I will set the items we will have. I will set the item here. Okay, so items, new item, and set the name empty. So after adding the item, I want the input field get cleared out. Okay, so if you reload page, just reload the page, so the item is getting clear, and also we are not getting the item after adding, so we have to display the item. So what we can do, after form we can display that item. Okay, so if items dot length greater than 0, then only I want to display the item. Okay, so I will do h4 item dot title. Let's see, now we are getting the item, as you can see already. Okay, now what is happening now, this item whatever we have added is not getting persist. Okay, so we are going to persist, so you can see that after reloading the item is gone. Okay, let's persist that one. So we have to use another hook and use effect. So use effect is basically similar to component did mount that we had in a class based component to deal with the side effects like API call and other stuff. Okay, so I will make another detailed video on use effect. Okay, I will apply the use effect here. And it will basically watch on this item. So whenever user is adding an item, this use effect will run, and I will use the local storage set item items. Okay, and we need to do a JSON stringify and items. So with this way we have added the local storage. Okay, with the name items, and in order to get the item from local storage we need to define one function get local storage. So let items local storage. So here we have set the item in the local storage, and with the get item we can get the item with the local storage from the local storage. So we need to provide the same name while setting the item in the local storage. So first it will check if we have the items, then return items json dot parse local storage dot get item and items. If we don't have, then in else will return the empty array. Okay, now we need to use this local storage here. So get local storage. Now let's see. Okay, I have added the item Jenny. Now reload the browser. As you can see that we are able to purchase the data even after reloading the page, and you can see in the network tab, and not in network, sorry, in application. So you can see that we have the item. Okay, you can ignore this one. We have the item because we have provided the items here. Okay, so you can see that we are now extracting the data from here if the data is already there. So Jenny is there already, so it got the data from the local storage. So I hope you understand the concept of local storage with use state, how you can use the use state with local storage. Okay, and now we will be move on to build a counter application. Okay, now let's build our last application, that is a counter application. So counter, I will use 3 button, and this will be like decrease and decrease, increase and reset. Okay, and from React I will use the use state and value, set value, use state, and initially it will be 0. Okay, so let's give the class name. So this will be, you can give btn warning, you can give btn danger, you can give this one btn success. Okay, let's import that file here. Let's see in the browser. Okay, now we need to provide some we need to provide some space between this button. So come to here, first give the style margin top 50 pixel. Okay, now we need give some more space from the top Okay, now we'll be having one more div here. So this is the fragment. Let's use the fragment here, and here let's use h3 tag and the value. Okay, and you can also provide some margin top. I'm just avoid to use styling in ESS file, that's why I'm giving all the styling in line. So yeah, now we need to give some space between this button. So you can do one way. You can come here index dot css and you can give margin left 10 pixel. Okay, so it will give some space between this. So you can do this way. You can also increase the space if you want. Okay, now first we will attach the logic here. On click, I will decrease the value -1. Okay, and for increase I will increase the value. Okay, and for reset I will just do a set value to 0. Okay, so this is a very basic application, counter application. So let's reload, increase, decrease, increase, reset. Okay, so this is the very basic counter application we have built with the help of use state hook. Okay, so I hope you have understood all the different variation of use state. Like first we saw a basic use case of use state, then we move forward and work with the array object, multiple state value, and also we have worked with the local storage, and finally we have built the basic counter application with the help of use state. So I hope you have learned a lot from this video, and I hope now you are able to completely understand the use state concept. Okay, so thank you so much guys for watching this video, and if you like this video then please press the like button and subscribe this channel. Also please share this video to your friend. Okay, so once again thank you so much guys for watching this video. Bye bye.